And welcome back to another episode of Your Mr. Gay 2's Green Star Montage. This is part 4 of 6, where we are going to go through World 3 of the Green Stars. We are now halfway through. Or in this case, for the game's sake, more than halfway through. Oh man, yeah, you can definitely see at this point that it's been getting so tedious to go through every single, like, it's equivalent to the amount of normal stars there are in the galaxy, and you have to go through that at least 2 or 3 times to find the green stars. But it's a good thing I'm doing backup commentary, or what do they call it, like in the back room commentary instead of like on-site commentary. Or I guess I could say like podcast commentary. Yeah, that could work. But yeah, coming from where I left off about the weekend, we had that steak with mashed potatoes and corn. That was really good. They were so sweet to actually, like, not have the spice that has, like, either nuts or eggs in it. I couldn't even remember what it was. But they went to make a steak for me without the spice, and it was still pretty good. I think I had, like, most of it, too. Yeah, even with my slow eating habits too, I used to like scarf down so much of that food, especially the mashed potatoes. And I have to like stop. I have to like stop so that I don't like grab anymore before I could even finish. So then like people would get irritated because I would grab like a bit too much. Like, I don't know if, like, I could at least try. I could still, like, look up some things on how to do those swallowing techniques. I don't know. Is that you used to do it? I think it's been like this since the pandemic started a while. Or, yeah, for a while, like, I had to remember what my mom said too, that like a lot of stuff happens. Actually, no, I think Michelle talked about this too. Like a lot of things can happen when people have been isolated for so long, especially for like people's mental health and like diseases and also like some health conditions and stuff like that. That can happen if you've been staying at home for so long. Not being able to see family and friends as often as you used to. But hopefully that'll change. But anyways, after the dinner, I do believe that was the steak. Oh yeah, they had me to read a book, and I thought it was an amazing ass book. Okay, so this was mostly towards me, Tan, and Naya, because all 3 of us go in the same... I think we all studied animation. Like, we're all animators. And, they suggested me on this book that they have. I think it was a graphic novel. Or, no, not really like a manga graphic novel, but like more of a, like a small novel. But it was called, I moved to Los Angeles, California to work in animation by Natalie Norgat. And what that was about was that this woman who was from Oregon, which is one of those countries that was so isolated from like technology and civilization and stuff like that, and like she actually got a job, or like she eventually got a job in Los Angeles, California, to work as a storyboard artist. And she like talks about the entire process and life of working at an animation job at a studio, like what the process is for trying to apply for an animation job and how to do it at best. And also, like, if you get the job, like, what is the pros and cons of being at a studio, as well as, like, how different your life is gonna be from being far away from home. That sort of thing. And that got me, yeah, I finished that, and I was like, wow. That really made me think about like wanting to look for jobs other than in Toronto. Like, to be honest, I would totally look for something that's in Montreal, or maybe even like well, actually not really Ottawa. Oh no, Vancouver. Vancouver's got some good studios too. In fact, I think I still heard that I think they were still gonna do a Disney studio, like a Disney animation studio in Vancouver. Like another place for more animators to work at. Which would be pretty nice. But it's also, yeah, Montreal is also a good place for animation. Especially also in like the visual effects and video games. And yeah, Ottawa, probably not. I've only heard about like 1 or 2 studios that do stuff in animation, and most of it is just like 2D animation. I don't do 2D animation. I do like 3D and visual effects. Yeah, what was it? How I moved to my fat fingers to Los Angeles. Is it this one? Yeah, here it is. I moved to Los Angeles to work in animation. Novel by Natalie Norgat. Man, this got really good. It's got 4.7 out of 5 on Amazon. 4.5 at Barnes & Noble. When artist Natalie Norgat left her life in Portland, Oregon, to move to Los Angeles and pursue a job in animation, she realized that despite her research, nothing truly prepared her for the wild world that awaited in the studios of Southern California. Yeah. What I do know about that place is that you're gonna have to deal with no snow. I guess for the most part, even like during the winter. You're probably gonna be seeing people with t-shirts in the winter. Much like how here in Canada, I think it's like around November or October, you still see people in shorts. And t-shirts without sweaters. I don't know how people do that. Or no, I think it's the opposite actually. I think people just wear coats in like March or April. Yeah, because they we still get snow here in April and May. Like I feel like climate change is the problem. Or I feel like it's because of climate change. But yeah, what was mostly about this book? Like, it was to talk about her life being far away from home to work in animation. Like, a lot of people would say like video games and animation, or yeah, mostly video games will not get you anywhere. And then you look at the millions of Twitch streamers and YouTube content creators online. Like, come on, people. This is the internet. And then you also look at animation too, like, it's probably also a struggle too, but like, we do it because we love it. And the industry is really good. It would be a dream though that I would also go to Los Angeles too to work at somewhere like DreamWorks or like Disney. Like Disney is probably the ultimate goal, but I feel like my goal right now has got to be like either I want to get into as much experience as I can so that I'm comfortable going to any studio possible. And another thing is that I want to get into probably a bit more high-paid job, like 3D animator. I feel like 3D animator is probably my best bet. Because I've actually done, yeah, I did an animated shot in Alien TV. Yeah, and that made it in too, like, I was actually excited for that they took that animated shot that I did. It was so good. Even though it was like a couple seconds. But that was like another big step that I took, because I also did a couple more animation shots that weren't even necessary, but it was something to do in my spare time. And that actually reminded me too that I saw on LinkedIn that they actually mentioned something about Alien TV, that they're actually not going to make any plans for a third season, which I am actually so fucking upset about, because that was such a fun show to do. Like, our whole layout team enjoyed going through that show for 2 seasons, and we really thought we were going to do another season of it, but we're actually never going to get that. I'm actually so sad about it, because we had a lot of fun with that. Oh, but yeah, that book actually shows like what the struggles is, and like what, like, it's probably like the biggest leap you can ever take in animation, especially from when you're from a country that doesn't, like, it's far away from technology or civilization and stuff like that. Like, I used to grow up in the good old town of Schwa. Well, it was actually a town next to the Schwa, but still. Our school, yeah, our elementary school and high school would be like right next to each other, and it was probably an easy life. And of course, yeah, getting into college was a little bit hard, because like I did like an application or an interview wanting to get into Durham College, showing off the stuff that I did in school, and they didn't want me. But I guess it's mostly because like it's the most common, yeah, it's like the most common college in Southern Ontario. But then Loyalist College got my answer, and it was like, I still think about it to this day that Loyalist College was probably the best experience I've ever had in my life. And I will always remember it to this day, like the good friends that I made, as well as like starting off my Let's Play hobby. Yeah, like I started off in like late 2011, but I started off my channel officially, like re-uploading some of the past videos in February 2012, when I was still in college. That was like my first year in college too, so that was like the big, that was like the biggest chapter for me. And now I think to this day, like after my 10th anniversary, I think this is also another big step too. Like my girlfriends and my best friend Patrick wanting to officially stay on my channel. And also like broadening myself to more of other series. Like I've been wanting to do that for a while, which is also nice. But yeah, go check out the book if you're an animator and yeah, go check it out if you are looking for a job or have already gotten a job. Like it's an amazing thing to read on. I will say the name of it too. It's called I Moved to Los Angeles to Work in Animation by Natalie Nurigat. And she is amazing. But yeah, back to that story, or yeah, back to the weekend story too. Like, I think after that, when I finished, I think they were setting up to do their nails, like their nail polish, and I was like, you know what? Why don't I do it? Why don't I, MisterBriGuy, get my nails polished? And that's what they did. Like, we watched a bit more Freakazoid and did our nails. It was me, Naya, Amanda, and Tan. And everybody else, like, went to bed already because it was a long day. Oh, goodness. But yeah, what they did is, like, every fingernail except for my middle finger was black. And then what they did on my middle fingers is that they did a navy blue with like golden glitter on it. Which was really, it was really cute. It was really nice on me. And that actually lasted for a week until it started to like peel off of my fingers. In fact, what's funny is that nobody even noticed about it. I guess it's mostly because they didn't want to bring it up because I thought, or they thought maybe that was a little bit weird. I don't know. It was just something that I felt like doing. I was like, why the fuck not? And yeah, we watched a bit more Freakazoid. In fact, I don't know if we watched the whole show, but like, we pretty much watched most of DVD, like it was a DVD set, and I think the DVD wasn't working. Like I think it was either automatically skipping itself. I think it was the PS4 doing that, but also the fact that they were also replaying some stories that happened in an earlier episode. I don't know if that's actually a DVD kind of thing, but I feel like that's happened more. I feel like that's actually happened in somewhere else. But that was Saturday. And then Sunday was the day that we had to go home. The only thing we ever did was, I think there was like some shows that we watched, or no, there was some stuff in the background. We had like, I think we had lunch. They had like some sort of noodles with some soy sauce in it, and I kind of had a little bit of a lick on it, and I was like, ugh, I don't think I like soy sauce. Never mind. So I just had like some sandwiches. And we had some ice cream at the Kawartha Lakes Dairy. And yeah, the dairy there is amazing. Like I had my French vanilla with bubblegum flavored. And as a matter of fact, I feel like I should not be having bubblegum flavored because when you get the bubblegum inside, it gets like so hard in your teeth that it gets like so uncomfortable inside. Like after you're done with the ice cream, it gets like so uncomfortable on the inside, getting all the gum to chew. So maybe I should have like cotton candy instead for next time. But yeah, French vanilla is the best vanilla. But also my favorite vanilla is like Dairy Queen vanilla. I would have that almost all the time that I would go out of downtown, because they do have 2 Dairy Queen parlors in downtown. And yeah, that is pretty much it for that whole weekend at Bob Cajun for the Canada Day weekends. I've definitely had like more of an amazing blast that I did last time. And we are definitely going to be planning on going back there again during the winter. We thought about doing it for like August or something like that, just to do another summer, like summer weekends or a week or something like that. But I guess like some other family members that they have like want to have the cottage as well. I mean, it was mostly theirs. Like, it's not like something that's easily shared by their friends. Especially, especially our cottage in Aurelia. And I guess it was like at one point where Jessica invited some of her friends over to the cottage, and I don't think my grandpa kind of liked that. I don't know. It was a long time ago. But yeah, no, we're definitely going to go back there sometime this year. Most likely during the winter. Maybe in no... actually, we'll have to wait and see what they think of. Like, whatever they think of, I'll have to just plan ahead. But yeah, this should be the end of this episode for the Green Star montage. I think this is still World 4? Or no, World 3. Because isn't this like the galaxy where... No. This is like the second galaxy that probably does the Cloud Flower 4. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. But yeah, we'll be seeing you guys next time for the next parts of the Green Star montage, so I'll see you guys then.